Okay, guys, so dealing with your little regrets, your loved ones, right? Okay, so what I found that works for me as a parent and what works with them as my kids, with us all getting along in general. So basically, today I am going to talk about little tips with what works for me. I can't say it can work for you and your kids or other people's kids, whatever. You know what I mean, like whatever around the world, like males, females, as in mums and dads, um, girls or boys. I can't say. I can only speak from my experience as a mum and from what I see with my kids. But basically, I find I've always been like this since, I had my first daughter. I've always been open with her, and, I've always said to all of my kids, no matter how bad it is, if you tell me the truth, you won't get in trouble, and this for me, it shows them, it helps to build trust, that trust bond, where your child can feel safe and open to be honest with you and for you to actually get along with each other. And so it's like, even now they will come back home and say, oh, I ended up kicking this boy, blah blah blah, or you know this and that. They tell me certain stuff, they tell me about girlfriends, you know you name it. And I used to have that with my oldest daughter, which you guys know, who's in care, but so I've had it all the way through all of my kids, and this has worked to this day. Now they are still telling me stuff like this, and they're honest. I do speak to my kids on a level, since I don't do all the whole baby talk when they are babies. I don't do all of that. I personally believe that stops their development. Talking babyish. Oh, you don't need to do that. You could be good and all that. No, you just talk to them on a good level, baby-like level, where you're not going too deep, like as an adult. And guys, sorry, guys, no fighting. And we're gonna get to punishment stage in a minute, because if they carry on, they will be on punishment. But yeah, so yeah, I find that I do talk to them about my life, what's going on in my life, because they are part of my life. So I do believe in keeping them in the know. But I would make it more child friendly, for them to understand. So for example, let me say, I don't know, I'm just trying to give you guys an example, if you're in a situation, how to use it. Say you've got into a quarrel out on the street or something like that, and you come back home in a bad mood, and you've got that relationship, which I'm saying to you that me and my kids have got. You come back in a bad mood, you know I would say, well, listen, guys, don't start with me, because at the end of the day, I have been in a bad situation today. I'm not feeling my happy self, so right now I'm feeling a bit emotional. So I need you guys to help me help myself, and to keep everything going nicely for all of us. And then I would, on top of that, I would say, when you're angry with your brother and everything like that, you don't want no one to trouble you, do you? When you're upset, you don't want no one to trouble you, do you? You just want to calm down. I said, well, that's how mummy would feel. So there we go. In that sort of sense, you could say it in that way, you know, um, instead of going into, oh, I had no, blah, 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 doing it in, that adult way. So you just put things in that sort of way, but you're still telling the truth, and you're still being honest and open with your child, slash children. Um, I would say it is harder. I'm here speaking as a single parent. It is harder to deal with these sort of stuff when you are a single parent, or if you're feeling down or whatever, you can't get to go out or anything like that. But I would advise you, if you are in a situation and you're feeling really stressed out, depressed, down, or whatever, you know, well, I would not advise you on this particular thing what I'm about to say, but don't quote me, but I do think it's better you just walking outside, even if it's just halfway down the street, to calm down, not around the kids, but make sure you leave them in their rooms, tell them not to come out or anything like that if they're at a young age, so that that way they're safe in their room. You know, obviously don't lock them in, because if anything happens, whether fire or not, hopefully not, I don't know how it can be caused, or they might have something in their room, you don't know, they can't get out. So just make sure you shut the door and say don't come out, you know, and just walk down the street rather than doing anything to your child, because I know with COVID right now it's getting even extra hard. Oi, I'm doing a video. Move from my door. Move from my door now and stop shouting right by my door. Yeah, so as I was saying, yes, instead of harming them in any way, because anybody can do a flip mode, anything can tick in that brain, and you could just hit rock bottom and snap or anything. You don't know what you're capable of. I always say you can't even trust your own self, yet alone trust other people, because other people will bloody well backstab you and loyalties and all that sort of crap. You know, so you can't even trust yourself. So basically, to be on the safe side, where you're not stressed, you don't have demented thoughts or whatever, just get out the house. You know, at least you can calm yourself down and your children are safe. That is better to do than actually commit a crime, you know, kill your kids, hurt them, send them in hospital. Sorry, I know this might be a bit too frank for some people, but it has to be said. I'm sorry, but that's what I'm here for. You know, so some people don't like it. Oh well, but I'm going to say it how it is. But yeah, so it's better to do that. And what I find works with me is, so say like, for example, I'm studying, or even if I wasn't studying, or even if you're not studying as a person, a parent, whatever, you know, I would find sitting down, even like if you like drawing, you know, put it in with your kids' homework, you know, so you all do it together, and you say, oh, I'm doing my homework too. So you all just sit down, do homework all together, you know, you get to do that. And also like spending time, quality time. If you don't really get that chance to spend quality time, if you've got what like more than one child, and you don't get to spend that quality time with another child, what you do, you know, whether you're working, college, studying, whatever, you don't have no time, or you're just indoors doing what you want to do, you know, what you do is you just have one child that night in your bed, you know, put on a nighttime family movie, whatever, comedy movie, where you two can enjoy that little special bonding time, that moment, that one-to-one time. And then the next day it'll be another child, and then the next day it'll be another child, and that can be your one-on-one special time. You know, what I do as well is when I'm taking them back from school, I would actually say to each one of them, oh, so what did you have today? What happened today? You know, and they'll say, okay, it's Josiah's turn, or okay, it's Soroya's turn, or okay, it's JJ's turn. Do you know what I mean? I would break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down. For me, I can honestly say I know quite a lot of parents out there have a favorite child. For me, I don't have a favorite child. You know, I know it sounds crazy to some of people who's out there who does have a favorite child, and they might probably saying, how can you not have a favorite child? But I don't, and I think maybe it's like about my upbringing, because my mum favoritized, you know, a certain girl and a certain boy, as in my brother and my sister, one of them, you know, which I'm not even going to mention, I can't be bothered. But yeah, she did. And things that you don't like your parents, well, all right, things that your parents did that you didn't like, you break that. Well, you try to anyway. You try to break that cycle. Can't say if you break that cycle, but you try to break that cycle. In my head anyway, that's what I do, and that's what I've always done growing up. So I think that is the best way to do. You just think about, even before you even have kids, think about how you was treated. If you was treated in a bad way, break that cycle, break that pattern, and don't let your parents' upbringing cause that bad negative effect on you as a parent to upbring your kids. Don't let that happen. So that's another thing I would say. Also, punishment time now. Let's talk about punishment time. What I find that works is 3 days, tablet taken away. There's more coming up, so I'll hold on in there because I know this one's quite a long one for my average ones. But yeah, sweeping down the stairs, folding up the clothes. These lot, nah, they don't like doing that. I'll tell you that actually works. So you taking away their pocket money, they'll get it another time anyway. Do you know what I mean? They don't really see much in that unless they're like, say, 16 onwards, those big teenage types, and it's like, as I said, sweeping downstairs, doing the toilets, doing dishes, all sorts of stuff around the house. Even if the floor is clean, you still say, go and sweep the floor as your punishment then. And then if they still don't listen, majority of times it works. Shall I say it works to like, damn, it works. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying my hardest not to swear on, I think, but yeah, it really, really works really well with them. So definitely advise you guys to follow those guidelines. If anything I've done as a parent that would help these kids behave, it is that is a really, really good thing that I've actually established in being a parent. They hate house chores. I can't express that enough. They don't like it at all. So yeah, it is not nice. Let me just quickly go check on them and see if they can have their little input as well. Guys, all right, listen, Josiah and JJ, come in. You stay there a minute, Soraya, because you're not too decent. But yeah, how do you guys feel when you guys are having punishments? Come in there. Come in there. How do you guys feel? Where are they? How do you guys feel?
Sad.
Yeah, and what don't you like about your punishments?
That it's hard.
Yeah, and
It's not nice.
And
it's better than slap.
Or yeah, you got anything else? Say no. Okay, all right. So there we go. So that's their input on the punishments. As you can see for yourself, you heard it from the horse's mouth. Yeah, so anyway, so that is it. You heard it from them. They don't like it at all. So yeah, I think that actually works. Don't think about other punishments. I don't think anyway, in my books, I don't. But give that a go and definitely let me know what you find underneath there. Even with the shouting now, I don't even shout. I can't be bothered. I'm just like, punishment. And then sometimes I'm just like, pick your punishment, when I can't even think of anything, or it could be like folding up clothes, or packing away clothes, that too. So yeah, they do it. Don't even think about, slapping your kids. That's not going to work. Even my son said, he said that, because my eldest son, because me and him sit down and we talk about these sort of stuff, sorry, these are, let's just close my door. But yeah, even like with him, I could talk to him more on a nicer level, where he would be like telling me certain stuff, intimate stuff as well, which is very naughty, of what his friends have done and all that sort of stuff. I was like, oh. But yeah, he's even said to me, that one of his, they get smacks and all that sort of stuff. And he said it just now, it's better than smacks, because it does work. And I've said that to him. I said, you see, there's lots of parents out there that literally batter their kids. I got battered when I was younger. Do you know what I mean? And it did not work at all. It just made me want to run away even more, to be honest. You know, but I used to get like the wires, you know, the wire of curtain where it really stung. Um, Wooden spoon. And my mum's a Caribbean mum, so you Caribbeans out there, you know what I'm talking about. Buckle of the bell, you name it. I had it, you know, and I was the oldest one, so they used to be like, oh, Sarita did it, and it wasn't even me. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, it does not work. It does not work, honeys. But yeah, it doesn't work, guys. So if you're thinking about, oh, all this energy, you're just wasting energy. Believe me, you're just wasting energy slapping your kids, shouting at your kids, all of that crap. You are wasting energy. So just try my method at least for, say, a week or two and see if it works. And hello. Yeah, holler at me. Tell me if it works and what punishments you've been doing for your kids and what has actually worked, because I might actually use what you've used, you know, so you can still be helping me too, like I'm helping you guys. So yeah, I'm ready for sharing and caring and hmm and receiving. So yeah, so give back to me as well as I give out. So, you know, I'm always up for learning new techniques as well because I am still learning. And also the last thing, I know it's going on to a long, but it's worth it. The last thing is that you as a parent, gosh, me as a parent, you as a parent, if you wasn't showed love or anything like that, or how to be a parent, or even had those positive people around you, it is going to be so easy for you to cut things off. It is not your fault. It's like emotions, you know, cut off your emotions, your feelings, and all that sort of stuff. It is not your fault. It was your upbringing. So just don't blame yourself, because I've gone through it. You know, don't blame yourself, because I found it hard to care for near enough every single one of my children. You know, it's like I had to grow with them, and you know, try my hardest just to knock my past and my mum out of my head and say, you know, it's not their fault, it's not my fault. I opened up my heart. You know, I had to have that mental frame to actually be like, these are my kids. Do you know what I mean? These are my flesh, these are my blood. You know, I love them. And I really, really do love them. You know, so I would give my life for my kids, you name it. But it is really, 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 really hard. And I understand you guys if you can't open up your heart and, you know, love your kids or feel for your kids in that way. It is not your fault. It's your upbringing. So if anybody was ever supposed to say to you, it's your fault, it's not your fault, because it's your parents' fault, because of them, they've made you that way, because they didn't install it into you. They did not show you the love. They did not show you the care. They did not show you the affection. They was not there for you. You know, for me, I am there for my kids, and I'll always be there for my kids. As much as, you know, me and my eldest daughter, you know, bringing her up again, we don't get along. You know, majority of times, like parents do with their teenagers or whatever. You know, I would still be there for her because I'm a mother. I love her and I care for her. So my door's always going to be open to her. But sometimes, as well, you know, like with teenagers, you've got to be cruel to be kind. You have to let them know what's wrong, what's right. Yes, you can do that. But you have to still try and love your kids and open it up and let yourself in, you know, let them in, you know, because believe me, once you do, you're going to feel that. So I just wanted to leave you on that note and to let you know I do understand you guys out there, because it is very damn hard to have that, especially when you have postnatal depression. And I think I done a video on that with when I had my first child, you know, postnatal depression, where I didn't realize, and I just thought, oh, she's screaming for the sake of it. Oh, she's demonic. She was given blood. So I thought, you know, Jehovah Witness and all that sort of stuff. I don't believe in giving blood because it says evil worshipping and all that sort of crap. So my mum installed all that into me as well. So, but yes, anyway, I will leave you with that instead of going on. I hope you found my video good and helpful. And as I said, I like comments, so leave comments, and yeah, just let me see you lots techniques and you lots wise words of wisdom, as they say, and just other stuff. Do you know what I mean? Let me know how it goes. Just let me know. And yeah, do feel free to comment down below on whatever it is. But yeah, I know some of you might do negative ones, you know, so be prepared. But yeah, anyway, guys, I see ya yet again. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good night. Bye bye. Adios, amigo. Just giving you a little dance. But yeah, stay happy, stay cheerful, and stick with your loved ones, because it's COVID times and you need to be with your loved ones. Bye.